Baby Bear,
Papa Bear,
Goldilocks,
Mama Bear,
and we present
Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Goldilocks was a pretty little girl who lived once upon a time in a land far, far away. One day she was sitting on her hearthrug playing with her two kittens, and you would have thought she was as happy as a queen and quite contented to stay where she was instead of wanting to run around the world meddling with other people's property. But it happened that she was a rather mischievous little maid and could not resist teasing her pets. So one of them scratched her, and then she would play with them no longer. She got up and trotted away into the wood behind her mother's house, and it was such a warm and pleasant day that she wandered on and on until she came to the part of the wood that she'd never seen before. Oh, shoot!
What a nice house. I wonder who lives here.
In this wood, there lived a family of 3 bears. The first was a great big bear. The second was a middle-sized bear. And the third was a little teeny tiny bear. And they all lived together in a funny little house, and very happy they were.
Let's go for a walk.
Yeah.
Okay. You can see who lives here. This is going to be fun.
Goldilocks was rather hungry after her walk, and the porridge smelled so good that she began to wish the people of the house would come home and invite her to have some. But although she looked everywhere, under the table and into the cupboards, she could find no one, and at last she could resist no longer, but made up her mind to just take a little bite to see how the porridge tasted. The porridge had been put into 3 bowls, a great big bowl for the great big bear, a middle-sized bowl for the middle-sized bear, and a teeny tiny bowl for the teeny tiny bear. Beside each bowl lay a spoon, and Goldilocks took one and helped herself to a spoonful of porridge from the great big bowl.
Oh, this is too hot.
Still, she was very hungry, so she thought she would try again. This time, she took a bite from the middle-sized bear's soup.
This is too cold.
She liked that no better. But when she tasted the teeny tiny bear's porridge, it was just as she liked it.
This is just right.
So she ate it up, every drop. When she had finished her dinner, she noticed 3 chairs standing by the wall. One was a great big chair, and she climbed upon that and sat down.
The chair is too hard.
She was sure she could not sit there for no longer, so she climbed up on the next one, which was the middle-sized chair.
This chair is too soft.
So she went on to the last chair, which was a teeny tiny chair and suited her exactly.
I like this chair.
It was so comfortable that she sat on and on until, if you believe it, she actually sat the bottom on.
Oh, shoot!
But of course, she was comfortable no longer, so she got up and began to wonder what she would do next.
What'll I do next?
There was a staircase in the bear's house, and Goldilocks thought she would go up it and see where it led to. So up she went, and when she reached the top, she laughed outright.
Haha!
For the bear's room was the funniest thing she's ever seen. In the middle of the room stood a great big bed. On one side of it there was a middle-sized bed. On the other side there was a tiny, teeny bed. Goldilocks was sleepy, so she thought she would lie down and have a little nap. First she got upon the great big bed, but it was
This is too hard.
so she jumped off and tried the middle-sized bed.
This is too soft.
She sank right down into the feather cushions and was nearly smothered.
I'm going to try the teeny tiny bed.
And so she did.
This bed's just right.
And it was so comfortable that she soon fell fast asleep.
While she lay there, dreaming of all sorts of pleasant things, the 3 bears came home from their walk, very hungry and quite ready for their dinners.
I'm hungry. Me too.
Oh dear me! How cross the great big bear looked when he saw his spoon had been used and thrown under the table.
someone's been eating my porridge!
Dear me! Someone's been eating all of my porridge as well!
Someone's been eating all of my porridge.
The great big bear went to sit down in his great big chair. He cried out in his great big voice,
Someone's been sitting in my chair!
Someone's been sitting in my chair!
and then the teeny tiny bear walked to his chair and said in an angry voice,
Someone has been sitting in my chair and it's broken!
and the bears were quite angry, and they were very sure that someone had been in their house quite recently.
Let's go check our house.
Yeah.
The bears came upstairs to where their bedrooms were.
Someone's been lying in my bed.
Someone's been laying in my bed as well. Someone's been lying in my bed and they're still there.
Goldilocks woke up to the three bears staring down at her.
Goldilocks jumped out of the bed and urgently got out of the house.
Get out of the house.
Get out! Ran all the way back to her house and she started playing with her kittens again until her mom came and found her.
I'm glad to be home, Mom.
And Goldilocks didn't stray into the forest ever again. The end.
And we all lived happily ever after. The end.